The Doklam Plateau is a Bhutanese territory, located at the tri-junction of Skikkim, Tibet or China and Bhutan. Bhutan is one of the two countries in the world, the other being Taiwan, that have no diplomatic relations with China. On the other hand, India has a pact to protect Bhutan, and permanently stationed on Army Brigade at the Buddhist Kingdom. Doklam Plateau is important for China, and they are ready to get this 289 square kilometer area, exchanging 495 square kilometer area at Jakurlung and Pasamlung, which are also disputed between two countries. After Chinese invasion of Tibet in 1950, there is deep distrust in between Bhutan and China. In last one decade, China has tried to build roads and bridges within Bhutanese territory a few times. People of Bhutan are afraid that China might use these roads to further Chinese claims along the China-Bhutan border. The special defense and foreign affair relationship in between Bhutan and India got established in 1949 because Chinese actions in Tibet made Bhutan aware of China's tendency to encroach. After nearly 20 years of trying, during June 2017, Chinese started building road towards Zompri in the tri-junction. This road leads straight towards the Siliguri corridor, which is called the chicken neck of India. This narrow corridor is the only way for India to reach its own territory of Arunachal and other northeast states. This corridor is only 17 kilometers wide in some of the places. China's action is often seen as its reaction against India's refusal to join China's One Belt One Road initiative. It can also be seen in the context of Chinese Premier Xi holding 96th anniversary of Communist Party of China. He probably needs to show some posturing to the people of China regarding how tough he can be when it comes to the interest of China. On the other hand, India has reacted strongly, saying that it can fight in 2.5 fronts simultaneously, referring Pakistan and China, and half front against internal enemies. Interestingly, despite 1962 loss, India did defeat China during 1967 at Narthula and Chola along the Sikkim border. Right now, there are three options before China. Firstly, it can initiate a limited-scale war in Chambi Valley and try to get hold of Doklam Plateau by force. This will probably not be a great option, and there is high probability that it will fail. This is because the terrain over there is favorable to India, as Indian positions are on higher ground. China's logistic lines are long and can easily be attacked by Indian ground or air forces. Air is a good option for India, as military airfields are much closer on the Indian side. Secondly, China can opt for a limited war at many other sectors, where the terrains are more favorable and providing logistic support for the troops are easier. Thirdly, it can attack on all fronts, as they did in 1962. However, this option may have some wider consequences, and can easily go out of hand, fueling a full-scale war. Whatever military option China adopts, they are needed to build up and mobilize its troops. In this era of satellites and drones, such activities are monitored in real time, unlike 1962, where China surprised India by silent mobilizations on all sectors. In all the three cases, Indian armed forces will have time to react. The Chinese armed forces will not get cakewalks, as they enjoyed in 1962. It is clear that neither country has the resources to conquer the other. But both have the capability to make limited battlefield gains. Prevailing economics and business is the biggest barrier to war. China is currently India's largest trading partner, at $71.48 billion during 2016 to 2017. There is no doubt that the Chinese products need Indian market to survive. India has wider allies support, which includes USA, Israel, Australia, Japan, France, UK, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, Canada, and Thailand, whereas China has allies in North Korea, UAE, Iran, Philippines, Qatar, and Mexico. Russia, being a common ally, will probably remain silent in this issue. Diplomatic scenario is heavily tilted towards India.